2, and 3. So we are, it's 8 o'clock. Oh my gosh, that was 7:30. We're going to do some video of this Stephy litter. And so here comes somebody now. This is R.
We have our first contestant.
Yes, they're just running around the floor here. So this is R. So this is oh, careful. A lid fell off a container that holds the dog food. The little criers are the younger litter that want to nurse. I should have probably nursed them. So, just to say something about this litter, to say several things about this litter, they have wonderful temperaments. I was a little surprised at their weight yesterday at the vet.
In what way?
They're not going to be as big a dog as I thought they were going to be because their mother is so big. I mean, she's outside of being, you know, excessive. I mean, you can get a dog to be 150 pounds. It doesn't mean that that is bone and muscle. So she is bone and muscle, probably a hard 119, 120. She's a big, big girl, the mom. And the dad, I don't remember if she said he was 125 or 130. He is not as big as I thought he was going to be. I mean, and he didn't produce really big. But his dad, Bosco, his sire, Bosco, was enormous. I have personal pictures of him that his head was way bigger than mine. He was absolutely enormous, and yet he was a very balanced dog and had beautiful movement in the show ring. So I don't care if this is a 10-minute video. So I'm actually sitting on a grooming table here. So the screamers wouldn't be screaming when we have activity out here. They think we're going to get them out and play with them and nurse them and then to nurse. Since this morning, they're 5 weeks old Monday. I'm trying to dry them up. So this is R. I called him Robert and I called him Ralph, and we're going to call you Rastus and Roscoe, and what else have we called you? He said, I don't care what you call me, just call me for dinner. Just call me for dinner. I've done all their nails. Need to do them some more. And
What was the dog on the Jetsons? Rastro? His name was Astro, but he called himself Rastro with an R because he was a dog.
He had a lisp.
That's about the only R name you haven't called him yet is Rastro.
Oh, well, I never thought about calling him that.
Please don't.
I do remember that you said that we're dating ourselves.
I'm dating myself, yes. That's back in the 60s and 70s.
Meet George Jetson. Yes. So again, the only puppy that I had any concern at all about their temperament was Stars, and not to say that she couldn't. Oh, hand me my plaque back there. I just wrote that. It's okay, right there. Hand me that. Thank you. So, I'm going to put this in. This is, I should have put Grand Champion Mosley times Champion Steffi. I need my, I have to put it back here so it wouldn't be in our...
Bosley is a grand champion?
Oh yeah.
Is it Bosley or Bosley?
I call him Bosley. It's from Charlie's Angels, and I
Well, then it's Bosley.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
not Bosley.
Really?
That is
I
correct.
forgot. I mean, I
Trust me,
remember-
I watched Farrah Fawcett a lot when I was a young man. I love Charlie's Angels, and it was Bosley.
Okay. Farrah, and who was the other ones?
Jacqueline
Smith.
and Kate.
Yes.
What was her like? Kate something.
They were so skinny. And bell bottoms, right?
Big hair, bell bottoms. Corny TV show.
Oh,
It was so
come on.
corny.
It was, come on.
Yeah, it was. Go back and watch it again.
Well, now, when we were children, it was with just children. It's children. So I would say one thing about Bosley, is that how it should be pronounced?
Bosley, yeah.
Okay, because I've been saying it Bosley.
Also, his nickname was the Boz.
That's funny. So that is a puppy that's trying to get back. That's one of these that's trying to get back in there where they live. So
He wants to go to bed.
He does, or he wants to drink water.
We are late at night.
That was a girl, that was Flowers, that was doing that. I didn't think that was a boy. So sometimes they do that if they need to go potty. They will do that if they need to go potty. I need to get to the door so I can go potty, so they can get upset that they can't. And the puppy's like if they're in shred. So, okay, Tim's telling me I've been talking for 6 minutes.
6 minutes and counting.
6 minutes and counting. So I'll
You get it so big it won't upload.
I upload 22-minute videos all
Are
the
you
time.
kidding me? My phone won't do that.
Well.
It says it's too big a video and cuts me off.
No. When I get to talking, I just go on. I did an hour one time on the way to St. Louis. I never ran out of things to say.
I feel like we're doing it again tonight.
Talk the whole time. So I am going to clip
You're
this.
talking that poor puppy to sleep.
So I am going to clip this and I'm going to start with this puppy, Bosley. So this is what I was going to say. Their structure of their head in this litter, especially Kairos, the puppy that I kind of have my eye on since he was born, she's right there, looks very much like the sire of the litter, the head structure. And 2 of these puppies were extremely stenotic, Tom a boy and Smiley a girl. And we had their nose clipped yesterday. They just took part of the flap off, so it just opened it up. And I should have done a video when I was at the vet of this pug that came in, because a puppy's nose, a structurally correct puppy's nose, it's okay, honey, I'll hit you. Should be flat, see? Should be flat. But with this pug, it's tipped back. So the nose is pushed back on the face, and that's incorrect. So you would not, I mean, it makes for a beautiful head, but if you keep breeding that, you're going to have a lot of health issues and problems. So that's not what we want to breed. So, but I just said that it was a very interesting, kind of a different structure to their head than I'm used to, and even different than their mummy. So you'll see that in some of these puppies. And, you know, to critique them, to say, if I had a magic wand, if I had a wish, I would have liked a little more chiseled, 90 degree here, maybe a little more here or something, to cause that stop to look, and I see this in boxers because they have such a chiseled head and such a 90 degree that some of them have actually done this. So they're getting the forehead to come forward, which is totally incorrect. It's not good structure, and it's probably not healthy to do that. So you think about a normal dog looks like this, right? Here's your eyeballs up here, and this is your muzzle. So a normal dog looks like this. Like a sidehound looks like this. A collie. But in a boxer, you do want a 90 degree angle, and it's a very pretty look for a bull mastiff too. Anyway, so we will start Robert. Let me call you Robert. He's got one white toe. I didn't necessarily notice that. So, like I said, I've really, really enjoyed this litter, and I like their temperament. They're eating machines. Some of them are going to be full of kibble, and their bellies are going to look like this because they are free feeding, so they do not fight over food. All right, let's clip that and